Hey, yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be doing another edition of what I am thinking. Now, for those of you new to my channel, know nothing about this video series, basically what I do is I sit down and I talk about what I am thinking. That can be about anything. It can be about cats. It can be about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It can be about politics. It can be about, I don't know, Furbies. Who remembers Furbies? Anyone remembers Furbies? Anyways, I never had a Furby. I thought they were obnoxious. Chances are, though, I'm going to talk about something related to my channel, something geeky related, like comic books, video games, movies, so on and so forth. And what am I thinking today? Well, today I am going to discuss my top 3 picks for who should become the next Robin. Now, Damian is dead. This is not a huge spoiler. If somehow you don't know this and you're part of the comic book community, I want to know how you pulled that off because the news was everywhere. And I hope you guys don't mind, but during this video, I'm going to have some lunch because I am just so famished. But yeah, Damian is gone. And while I do think it'll be some time before we have another Robin, maybe another year or two, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. No matter what goes on in comics, no matter if they want to go that dark path where Batman's alone and he's so secluded from the world, eventually Robin's going to come back. Some way, some form, he's coming back. So I'm going to give you guys my top picks for who I want to be Robin. Sourdough bread with Nutella is pretty damn good. Although, probably not the healthiest, but still pretty damn good. So, first and foremost, I want to establish in this video, I'm not going to say Damian returns back to life as one of the picks or no Robin at all. These are going to be 3 people that I want to become Robin. In addition to that, I'm going to try to stray away from the major 3 former Robins Tim, Dick, and Jason. Why? Because they're all in their own personas. Tim is Red Robin, Jason is Red Hood, and Dick is obviously Nightwing. Robin is a launching pad into another identity. You're Robin there for a while, and eventually you'll become something else. That's kind of what it is. Although in Damien's case, he became dead, so guess it didn't work out that well for him, did it? Anyways, coming in at number 3 as my picks to become Robin would be Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown was a former Robin back in the old previous 52, although she hasn't existed in the new 52, so I don't know whether or not that's still canon. I'm leaning more towards no, seeing that there was established to be only 2 Robins before Damian, but who knows? DC can retcon whatever they want, whenever they want. It's DC. But I think Stephanie Brown would be a good pick because it's a great way to reintroduce the character into the DCU. The character obviously has an establishment in the Batman family and also with the Robin identity. Maybe this go around with Stephanie Brown as Robin will be a lot more of a, I don't want to say better because that's just a normal word, a lot more fortunate for her and a little bit more longer, and maybe it will be a launching pad for her to become her own character. Who knows? But I think Stephanie Brown would be not only an obvious pick, but a very safe pick, and that's why I'm making her number 3. She's a very safe pick. She's been Robin before, but at the same time, she can fit into the role very well. Mm. Yum, yum, yum. Coming in at number 2 would be Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain is apparently missing from the DC New 52. We don't know if she existed. We don't know if she was a Batgirl at some time when Oracle was, well, when Barbara was Oracle, or she was Oracle, which I think she was. But we don't know where she is, and I would love Cassandra Cain to be back in the Batman family. Although I don't think Cassandra Cain should have ever been Batgirl. It really didn't suit her. It wasn't her style. But Robin, I think that would be interesting for her to be Robin. Make her silent again because she was so much better when she was silent. And you can have her as a silent character and be with Batman, and he can be the talker. The problem was with Batgirl's comic when she was silent is she didn't have anyone there to be the speaker for her. So if you have Batman there, he does the dialogue, and then you have I almost said Sandmark, Cassandra Cain there as Robin. Eventually she can get her voice back. I'd rather not, but still, I think she would be a good pick. And just like Stephanie Brown, she's part of the Batman family. People recognize her as a member. It would just almost be natural for her to be, once again, part of the Batman family. Now, I must admit, she may not be as safe of a choice as number one or number three. Stephanie Brown has been Robin before, and my number one pick, when I get into it, I feel as though is probably the most likely choice to become Robin. Um, but I kind of want Cassandra Cain back, and I think this might be an interesting new twist for the character. So why not take a risk? Coming in at number one as my pick to become Robin would be Harper Row. If you don't know who Harper Row is, she's a character that's shown up in one, two, three issues of Batman thus far in the New 52. Issue number one, issue number 7, I want to say, and then issue number 13. No, 12. And while the character has only been introduced to a minor extent in the Batman comics on Scott Snyder's run, she still has generated a lot of fandom. A lot of people like Harper Row, and a lot of people want to see what happens with the character, and I must admit, I like her too. I think she has spunk, I think she has a lot of untapped potential, and it's almost like DC setting her up to be the new Robin. Introducing her early on so that we like her for who she is first, and then killing off Damien only to have that spot to be filled by Harper Row. And I think with her being a new character, it would almost be a lot easier for her to be introduced into the Batman family, kind of like that person that brings Bruce back from the dark, and then he brings her in, and she becomes Robin, and it would work out. I think it would be a great idea. Um, the great thing about Harper is also she's older, so you don't have to, a little bit older than Damien, so you don't have that aging factor. One of the problems with sidekicks is you have all these years of comic book history. How old are they? Um, Harper Row, if let's just say she's 17, let's say let's say she's 17. It's a lot safer to be 17 for like 6 years than for Damien to be 10 for 6 years. Get what I'm saying? So I think Harper would be a great introduction and probably the best choice to be Robin. Now, did you notice something? A correlation, a theme among my Robins that I picked. All of them are female. See, the thing is Robin has been a staple in the Batman universe for the longest time. I mean, since his first earlier years, he's the third most introduced major superhero. Batman, well, Superman, then Batman, then Robin. Which, it's kind of funny. I still trying to wrap around that Lois Lane was introduced before Batman. But anyways, the fact of the matter remains is this: is that Robin has, for the most part, 99% of the time, has always been a guy. I'm not counting out of continuity like Dark Knight Returns, and I'm not really counting Stephanie Brown because it was only for like 5 issues. I think making Robin a girl would be a great switch up for the character and for the legacy. And why not? One of the things with comic books that happens, and it's a big problem, is that everything returns back to the norm. Nothing really is solidified. Sometimes things are, but it's harder to solidify things, and it's harder to jump outside that norm. But when you do it, great things can happen. To step outside the norm of having Robin be a boy and say now Robin is a girl and have a female Robin for 10 years. How long was Tim Robin? From 1988 to 2006? Quite a long time. Quite a long time. Why not have a female Robin like that? Hmm? So those are my picks for who should be Robin next. Some of them are a little bit more far-fetched, some of them feel natural, some of them are safe. But those are my picks. Who do you think or who do you want to be the next Robin? The only rules I ask is it can't be Damien, brought back to life, can't be Dick, can't be Jason, can't be Tim. None of the former Robins, except for Stephanie, because again, nothing against Stephanie's run. It was only like 5 issues. So What's your opinions? Please, I would love to know. Either comment down below, do video response, whatever suits your fancy. And I am going to go back to my lunch, and then I got some shit I gotta do. So this is Andrew saying, peace out for now.